Weidman under a lot of pressure, dodging a bit, but gets taken down in the backfield by the Bobcats. Here's Keller looking to throw. Goes quickly toward Rogers, and it is brought in by the Bobcats. That's going to be an interception. Picked off there by, that will be Christopher on the Bates team. We're going to see a replay of that right here.
Yeah, it's a close play, Jake, and the throw just seems to be a little bit behind, but really that was in Keller Rogers' hands until Samuel Christopher said, not today, took it right out of his arms, and that's just a play of who wants it more. Samuel Christopher out of Los Angeles, really showing some fight and some dog to make that play.
Just Lynskey in the backfield. Perry with time, fires, has his man, and that'll be a connection to Jeff Vidu.
Yeah, it's a good route by Vidu. And we're going to see he wins this route as soon as he cuts in and gets this inside leverage on his man. We're going to see it here in this replay momentarily. Tufts brings for a delayed blitz, and then, boom, Vidu inside. His man is playing too far outside. He has no chance at making a play on that ball, uses his body, and makes a big play to move the sticks. But when you don't put it in the right spot, you don't get much out of it.
They're going to hand it to Lynskey here. Going outside. He's got space. Still Lynskey. Gets all the way up to the 15. Great carry there from Lynskey, knocked out of bounds by Pineda. Here's a replay.
Yeah, and so this is going to be a type of base run. You look like you're going one way, the old line is moving to the right, then boom, cut it right outside. And that is just Ryan Lynskey's speed, able to get it around the outside there. That's just one versus the other.
Two wide receivers on each side of the line for Perry. Under pressure, Perry fires, and he has his man. Touchdown, Matthew Holmes.
Yeah, did a great job there to find his man in the middle. We're going to see it here. It's a little bit of a miscommunication here in what looked like maybe a cover 3, cover 6 type situation for Tufts. They have two linebackers playing in the middle of the field. They're supposed to pass this off, but it just doesn't, the play doesn't come in time. Great job there by quarterback Jack Perry to find it right at the right moment as he's cutting in. Linebackers slow to react, can't break it up, and that's 6 for Bates.
Perry going to throw. Going deep toward Carver. It's a great pass, and Carver takes it in. Makes it all the way down to the 15-yard line, Quinn Carver.
And there, great job by Carver off the release here. Let's take a look at it. Perry takes the snap. You know, they're thinking run. Tufts doesn't have too many in the box, but they have a couple crash down. And there, Carver able to get a release past the defender, Watson. And he's playing from behind there. It's a perfect ball from Perry. Never gives him a chance to catch up to it. And good job by Carver to keep track of it even without turning his head. Waits for it to drop right in the bucket. Huge gain by Bates. And a beautiful pass.
As the Bobcats re-into the red zone. They're going to hand off to Lynskey. Flag down, but Lynskey's got space. Lynskey going to take it all the way in. Curious to see what the flag was on that one. Came out early, but Lynskey possibly a touchdown here.
Defense doesn't look too fooled.
Going to be offsides as the Bobcats will decline that emphatically with that. And the Bobcats will take a 14-7 lead.
Ryan Lynskey, he's such a great running back, not only because of his speed and his size, but also because he can keep his legs moving. And we saw it there, even with Tufts defenders on his back, just able to keep churning, look for the blue paint, and put it home.
And the PAT is going to be good there from Marcos Ruiz. They're going to give it to Morale again. Play action. Toss it out right to Vidu, who will get a pretty sizable pickup down to the Jumbo's 45.
And when this option offense is working, Jake, there are a few more beautiful things in football. Perry knows that he has him tricked as soon as he sees how many players are committed to this run. As long as his wide receiver can get that leverage on the outside, he knows that there's a first down and more coming. And this is why this offense can be so dynamic at times, so dangerous. Bates executing at the highest level here.
Vidu has taken carries and caught passes. It's going to be a speed option here toward Morale. Lynskey still going, and he's taken down out of bounds by Pineda as Lynskey with another big pickup.
He is a tough man to bring down, and we'll see it here. Gets a good chance at it. 3 Tufts defenders there, another one there, but none can get a hand on him even because he's so good at knowing which route to take, which angle to take, gets it to the outside, and keeps it moving. They're setting up 2 wide receivers to the left here. You think if they run this outside, it has to be to that side.
Holmes in motion. They go to Lynskey, and he'll get it and a bit more. He'll get the touchdown. It looks like, yes, it is. Touchdown there from Ryan Lynskey as they convert on 4th down.
Doing everything right there once again, and this is about how it's been for this Bates offense on the drive. They're a hole in the middle, but it's difficult. You know, a good job by the Tufts defense to try to get in there and make the stop, but Lynskey only needs another foot, and he will never be denied in that scenario.
Here's Weidman looking to pass, looking short toward Elliott, but great pass coverage there from the Bobcats to knock that one wide, and the punting unit will re-into the field for the Jumbos. Perry will give it to Lynskey. Lynskey with space. Breaks a tackle, breaks another, has more space. Lynskey past the 45. Huge pickup there from Ryan Lynskey, and that's what we've seen out of him, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and Ryan Lynskey, he even wanted to let the Jumbo sideline know about that run. Had some words with them after because this is a tough piece of running. Look, player coming down in his legs, but he doesn't even worry about it. He just is focused about getting the ball forward, and he does a great job there maintaining his balance. You know, that's what separates the great backs from the okay ones. How are they able to take a hit and keep it moving? We've talked about it time and time again with Ryan Lynskey.
Pineda going to have a bit of time here. Going to drop a bit short. And they're going to say it hit a Jumbo's player. And it'll be Bates' ball. It hit a leg of a Jumbo, and the Bobcats quick to respond to it. That was off of Saku's leg. And they're going to do a jet sweep here on a trick play. With space is Holmes. And Vidu, will break down right near that first down marker and get himself a 1st and goal from the Jumbo's 2-yard line. Great play there.
And there it is, Jake. You know, every coach basically has a section of their play sheet where they say, here are plays if we got to have something, right? You've got to have it section. You got to think it's out there for Bates. That's something unexpected they can pull out in a situation like this, and they do it really effectively here, setting them up goal to go under 5 minutes now.
You got to favor the Bates offense here with 2 yards to go. They're going to give it to Lynskey, and he will punch it in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Ryan Lynskey will bring the Bobcats into tying range here.
Yeah, well, you can get set up because of a fortunate play on a punt coverage, but fortune can't get you into the end zone alone. Ryan Lynskey here does the rest, lowers his shoulder, gets it in for 6 for Bates.
Weidman looking to throw on 3rd and long. He fires through the middle. Jumbos want a flag. No flag comes out as this play could be pivotal. Lynskey in the backfield alongside Perry. Ellis Oval getting loud as the Jumbos need to stop here. Lynskey will get the yards and a bit more. Will bring the Bobcats down to the Jumbos 24-yard line. Right now it's a 1-point margin between the Bobcats and the Jumbos. They're going to hand off to Lynskey, who has space. He'll take it all the way. Ryan Lynskey will score for the Bobcats. As that might do it. 4th touchdown of the day for Lynskey.
And Ryan Lynskey is undeniable. You know, your question is, should he go down here? Well, they're still down, so he's going to take the points. And there, once he breaks through the first level, Tufts shove so many players up into the box, he's able to get 15 yards of free space and push that one into the end zone. Huge go-ahead score for Ryan Lynskey, and he continues to validate that he is a top running back here in the NESCAC, adding on more and more stats to such a prolific career already.
Perry in the backfield alongside Lynskey. And they're not going to give it to Lynskey. Instead, they're going to do a play action, roll out, and find Vidu, who was wide open. Well-executed play on the second 2-point conversion from Bates.
Yeah, and this is another one that you save for a moment like this. Lynskey, of course, we know what he can do at this point. We've talked about it all night, but they are able to fool everyone and find Vidu. So now, 7-point game, under a minute left. Tufts has 2 timeouts.
Crossing route across the field. Weidman tries to fire Elliott, and it is picked off by Major Spencer III. He had a pick versus Colby, gets a huge pick to end this one off. as that will likely be the game for the Bobcats. Got a replay of it here.
Yep, and this is just the type of play that happens in football. It seems like the bounces have gone Bates' way. He can't quite bring it down, and it ends up in the wrong team's hands. Good awareness there by Spencer to bring it in, and that's just really solid by Bates' defense. They're able to cover, able to force a mistake, get what they need. It was going to always be a tough task for Tufts. This time they couldn't put it together, but props to Bates. They played a really complete second half in the end. Did they get a couple fortunate breaks? Of course, but you can control what you can control, and they ended up on top here because of playing all three phases as best as they could here in the second half.
And Spencer III now makes himself a hero for the Bobcats with his second interception in the last 2 weeks. But the real player we want to talk about today is Lynskey. Ryan Lynskey has been so strong across the board, and that will be the end of the game. We're going to get another replay of that interception there. And the Bobcats will walk out of Ellis with a victory. They brought quite a sizable visiting crowd. And the visitors from Lewiston leave Somerville with a victory.